Hi, good morning, everyone. This is Gayathri here. I'm a Genext Mentor. I'm in this education field for more than 10 years. I'm heading the institution as a center manager. Now I'm with Genext for more than 1 year. They found out my talent and they made me a mentor. I'm just thankful to Genext for giving me an opportunity to address parents in this live chat session on my favorite topic, how kids should prepare for exam. Parents can post their questions via this chat. I will try to answer the queries for the same. Today, I'm going to talk on the topic be ready for the exam. Before I start, I'm repeating again. Parent can post your queries via this chat. I will try to answer before the session. Before talking it about exam, it is important for the student to know about the syllabus before they take their exam preparation, as it helps the students to plan their preparation accordingly to meet their expectations. We will try to understand the pattern of the exam boards in India. We'll follow In India, we follow three types of syllabus. Mostly, they follow three types of syllabus. That is State Board, ICSE, CBSE. In most of the schools, we find CBSE. State Board syllabus. What is about State Board syllabus? Most of the schools, I told you that most of the schools follow CBSE in India as the specific educational. They are affiliated to state government, then it is called as a State Board. In CBSE, they follow a Central Board syllabus. The For the class 1st to 5th, CBSE assessment is done in two areas, that is scholastic and co-scholastic. In the scholastic area, they mostly uh, include test marks, subject enrichment. On the other hand, co-scholastic develop the overall development of this field. Example, music, their dance activities, that is their improvement. So, what is the ICSE syllabus? ICSE syllabus, it mostly they look into the English improvement as well as the overall development in the kids. That is ICSE syllabus. As we now look into the syllabus, I will tell you the major difference between the CBSE and the ICSE syllabus. Students who have taken 5 subjects has to take both 5 subjects in 10th and 12th. The in ICSE they have to take 6 subjects. The focus of CBSE is mainly on maths and science. Here the focus is mainly on English language. It they conduct CBSE conducts IIT JEE competitive exams. They doesn't conduct any exam. Parents, I again repeat, you can post your queries on this session and definitely I'll help you to answer my questions. As we now come to know about the boards, we'll now come to know the basic tips for the exam. Yes, in some schools, they follow third till third standard. There is only weekly test because they don't want to pressurize the kids. So there is only weekly test. Only for one subject, they keep a test for the whole week. They conduct only one test. They would have taught all the subjects, but they keep as a schedule for one week. For example, this week English, next week Maths, like that they keep. So that they don't want to pressurize on the one chapter. So parents, what they can do is they can have a every day from that day they would already know the schedule, like you would be knowing like English, Maths. For this week it is English, next week it will be Maths. So parents will be knowing about what is happening. So if it is an English subject, They can take whatever it is in the week. They have started with the chapter, and we can continue going on with that. How we can continue? Like, this chapter, first we can read, tell them to read the meanings. Go on the from the first day. Don't pressurize them on Saturday and Sundays. Tell that you have to read for the next week exam. Go on from the first day, like, first read the meanings, or first read the difficult words. First, let us understand whether they have understood the chapter. For example, in English, they have understood the chapter. They will You can also tell that the meanings, ask them the meanings, tell them to write. So this will help them that to prepare for the next week test very early. If you do it in the end minute, definitely it will be a pressure for them. So in school, to make easy for the kids, they give the schedule very earlier. Before 3 weeks, I'm talking about above third standard or fourth standard, they tell that this is the unit test, this is a term test, this is a formative assessment, this is a summative assessment we are going to give. Within before 3 weeks only they give you the timetable, they give you the what is the schedule, what is the chapters which is going to come for exam. So they give you the planner also. So what we have to do, when we get the planner, only we have to start up with the test. For example, we have to, if there is a 3 chapters, and if the child is feeling very difficult in maths, so we have to give more and more problems on it. If the child is feeling like addition, they have subtraction, they have a problem. Addition, they are able to do it. So please start up with the hardest topic of subtraction for them. Some kids, for example, they have I found out, like, in my experience, I found out that kids have lot of issues in word problems. Like, kids doesn't understand. um, for example, if a word problem is given, the kid doesn't understand the meaning of the word problem. They just read it and they will just question us: is it addition, subtraction, multiplication, division? It comes in the 4 arithmetic operations only. So, but it is not like that. First, they have to understand the word problems. They have to understand the word problems. We have to tell them, make them understand in their own mother tongue. I do that. I tell them, please tell me the word problem. Please tell me what you have understood from that problem, and tell me what you have understood, and put it in that way of expression. Like, make it as a chocolate which they like, or make it as a cake which they like. Like, for example, to tell you, um, they would have given a boy bought a pencil, 5 pencils. Make it in their way, easier ways, to so that they will understand the problem and they will experiment it. And plan out the study schedule. You have to make the study schedule, plan out. Like, if there is a four chapters given, every day let them have one chapter. So then they will able to do the exams very confidently. That confident we have to give as a parent, as a teacher, we have to give them. So once it has been given to them, then it is very easy for them to score them, achieve, they can achieve their marks. And first, please plan your goal for it. Please ask them to plan a goal. What goal they have to follow? See, give a goal for them, like, you have to get 95 percentage. So if that is a goal, please achieve the goal. Then give them some boosting. You have to give them a boosting. They are kids, right? Like how we are, this one, give them a boosting, like, I will be taking you out if you get this marks. So this will help them to boost. Mama is having confidence in me, definitely I have to get the marks and show them. So the next, as I told, we have to start from the topic or the subject which is very hard for them. How can you find out very hard for them? Basic is they will not have interest on that subject. That is the thing which they can find out, that this is very hard for them. Um, for example, they will be feeling very sleepy when you take up that subject. When you take that subject only, when you take them to tell them to read the subject, they'll start feeling very tired, or they'll tell mama it's boring, I want to do the other job. So that means it is feeling very hard for them. They might not tell you it is hard for me, I don't like the subject. They might not, some children will not tell you, but we have to understand from that they are feeling very hard, they don't like that subject. So how can we make interesting? For example, we can history. Yeah, I max we can make it interesting by giving them more and more of activity problems from the internet. Now you can download any kind of internet, any kind of printout. You can download any kind of printout and give it to the kids, and give more problems on what they feel very hard. For example, if they have problems in subtraction, so like carry over those problems they have, give more and more problems on it, so that they get confidence on it and they'll not do any mistake. Yeah, careless mistake they might be doing, because children, we don't know what concentration they are having now, it cannot happen the next day. So we cannot force them on it. But if we give more and more problems on it, they'll be very confident. And you have lots of now max activities which is being provided on the net, so it will help them to give them make them interest on that subject. And you can ask me, ma'am, max we can make it more interesting by giving them activities. So how can we make like English or social, how can we make that interesting? Yes, we can make it interesting through, nowadays you get YouTube. YouTube, which explains the chapter happily, like in their way. For example, geography. Geography, we can tell about the planet. They can learn most of the things like planet, Mars, everything. You can tell us, now tell me the distance between this to this sun. What is the distance? And how much is, how many planets are there in the solar system? We can make them some different small questions which help them to make interesting. We cannot make the subject only interesting for them, but we can ask like this to tell them to see in the YouTube and tell how many planets are there, what is the I do that to my son, because like geography he hates it, like he doesn't like it. But we cannot force the kid, why don't you like geography? But I tell him, now tell me, which is the biggest planet, which is the smallest planet. So those kind of questions I ask him to find out from the net. And I tell him, you only find out and you can tell me. And make sure that you don't know the subject. I understand, ma'am, you would have learned all the subjects, all the things during your from your childhood. But please behave like a child to the kids, which will help them to, because they also wanted to teach someone, right? Make, like they should think, I tell my kid that I don't know anything, I don't know about Mars, so he'll be explaining me. Through that he'll have confidence in that chapter, or in that topic he'll be very confident, and he can explain you everything what he knows it. So when you become a student, and when he becomes a teacher, when he tells you each and everything, the child will be more confident. So this will help the child to confident on the topic. He can write more points on it than from the book. He doesn't read the book, but he can understand and write the more points on it. So that is how we can make interesting the subject. So first the child has to like the subject. They might not like the subject because of teachers also, because of their friends, and because they're not getting good marks, the teacher is not correcting, the teacher is becoming very strict in correction. So we have to make interesting for them, like how we can there are now more collections in net, which we can ask them the doubt and tell them, you answer me that and I should learn from you. So that makes them more confident and on the topic. And after you have made the schedule, so just don't throw that schedule. Like you have made a planner and you have made, make the child to know the, make the planner, ask the child to do the planner. You don't do it and don't ask them to do the planner. They have to understand how they have to plan themselves. Like if it is 5 days, For example, if he is very not so confident on English, that one chapter, he has to revise it twice a day. So this will help him. This will help him to be confident on that chapter. You should tell us to give weightage to more of the chapters which he is not confident, and tell him to regularly check the planner. What he has done, he has to regularly check whether I have done it. You should sit with them for that. Whether he has done it or not, that you have to sit. You don't have to sit with him to study, but at least please check the planner whether he has done his job. And avoid watching TV or in those during exam days, because that will help them. They will lose their so now the interest is vast. Their interest is in mobile or in TV, and they're not even spending the time with their friends, going out and playing. Someone has asked doubt. I'll just uh, read it and then get back to you. Yes. Good. I know. The major thing is nervous. Someone has asked, my daughter gets nervous during exams, even though she has prepared well, and during exams she fails to finish the entire paper. She is in class 6. What to do, ma'am? Yes, ma'am. Yeah, first, many kids has that, ma'am. It is not. We also had it, right? So please tell them your experience that I was also like that. How to move out of. You have to give lot of papers, like lot of questions on that. Give a scheduled time to them. Like finish this in half an hour time. I'll give you only half an hour, and you have to finish it so that they will be like, and start from the, ask them to start from a bigger, mostly I know it, she's in class 6, she'll have 10 marks answers. So what they are doing is they're concentrating more on the 1 marks and 3 marks, and they're not giving more time for that 5 mark answer. So ask them to do from the 5 mark answer, so that this will help them, that 1 mark 2 marks, definitely even if they lose also, they'll not lose much marks. But if they leave 1 5 marks or 2 5 mark questions, definitely they lose the 10 marks. So make her to start from the toughest one, that is 5 mark answer, and tell her, and she has to plan herself for that question, how much she has to write for that answer. Like 5 marks, we should write nearly a page or a two, and what and all points has to be written. So those things, if she has already planned, and if we give extra, we should give like a sums or 5 mark answer. What I tell my son is, I give a 1 mark answer, tell him to write it in a 5 mark, so that he'll be confident on that question. So this will help him to give more sentences on that 5 mark question. I think so. I have answered it, and please tell them that don't be nervous, because while coming into the exam, they'll tell. Ask them that. See, first tell them that they have to do the duty. What duty? Study for 100 percentage. If they study for 100 percentage, definitely they can get it 90 percentage. If they study only 80 percentage, they can get only 60 percentage. Please be very specific on that thing for them. Explain that if you get if you be confident, study for 100 percentage, do your duty, that is your duty, and go write well and come. So so what we have to do, it is that to give them the confidence every day. Please tell them that, please don't get nervous, you do your duty. I'll be with you. Tell them that I am with them. So if I'm with them, definitely, if see what the kids feel, that there is no one with them. uh, Even if ma'am scolds or principal scolds, mother is not with them. Tell them that we are with you, and we are with you, we'll help you out in coming out of this problem. Nervous, it is there with in us also. We had also that problem, and we have come out, and we have become success in our life. So show that experience, that will come out. One more question: how to revise last minutes before exam? Yes, ma'am. So first, what I told you, like I told you to plan for a week's time, right? What they have to do in a notebook, separate notebook, they have to write the points what they're going to do. So what during the last minute revision, what they will do is they will have to only just go through that book and enough, because during the last minute they cannot again read the whole chapter. Tell them that they have to prepare all the chapters of the exam before 2 days. So on the last day before exam, they don't have to do anything, just go through only the notebook which they have been preparing all these days. So this will help them to be more confident. This I know that. I know from that book, it is in the page 54, and I have written it in this notebook according to that. So this will make them more confident. If you revise the weak portions, if that schedule, if they are planning regularly, they'll be more confident in writing the exam. I think so. I've answered your question. So let me go to the point. What I have to talk about it. Oh, one more question. Yeah, late night study. Ma'am, actually, there are two, three kinds of kids, ma'am. Like, we should think about ourselves first. We don't sit every whole night, and I can study till 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, but I cannot get up early morning. But some kid, right, they get up early morning, they cannot sleep late night. So please don't force the kid that you have to sleep late night. We have to understand. I know as a parent, you would have understood whether the child is a night study guy or early morning study guy. Like I know they have kept, our elders have given that morning, if you get up and study, will learn more. Why? Because we'll be very fresh, and I know that they what they're telling is right. But nowadays kids, there are two types of kids. They can study late night, but they cannot get up early in the morning, and those who get up early in the morning cannot stay late night. So with the we have to be with them and tell them, see, we don't force the kids for following the old kind of rules. Now go with the kids, tell them, like, if you study late, if you're able to study late, okay, study late and get up late in the morning. Don't make them to get up like 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Get up, today's exam. Get up at 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Not like that. They have studied late and they have been very confident. So let them at 6:30 is also okay for you. I do that for my kid. Till my son is in 12th, and he gets up only at 6 o'clock in the morning. But he studies till 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. That's enough. So we cannot, don't force the kids like you have to get up at 4 o'clock and study. And late night, they'll be very sleepy. Whatever it is, they'll stay till 12 o'clock. Very sleepy. I understand that. But make them tell them to take the topic which is very interesting for them. Even when they are sleepy, they are very interested to learn that topic. Tell them to learn the topic, and which is not interesting, tell them to finish it before 8 o'clock. So this will make them, that late night study, make happy to study. That is how we can make them to study. One more question. Honestly, have no control on my child, as whenever I used to ask him for studies, he runs away and refuses to sit. I need to create an interest. How should I behave at a particular time? Yes, sir. Uh, so, sir, first think that the child is not having interest. It is not, the child is not having interest in the studies. They don't want to. Some child likes to go out and play with the kid, and they don't want to. They think that we have to study in school. Their mindset is like we have to study in school and then come uh, in home after just watch TV, and that is how they talk with their friends. So now they go on with their friends. First, we have to become friendly to them. They have to listen to us. So please, what they think is, whenever papa is talking or whenever mother is talking, she's only telling me to open the book and study. No, don't tell them that. When they come in home, just ask them like how was the day, how did they spend time with their friends. Please don't talk about on the studies which they start hating. First, let them get confidence on you that you're not going to talk on the topic of studies. And they wanted to tell you each and everything. They have to tell you what has happened in the school. Even that, even if they get punishment, they should be happy to tell you that I've got punishment, because they should be open to you that I've got punishment. Once they tell you that, what will happen is they get confident on you. Okay, if I tell my mother or papa, she will not scold me. I'm very confident on expressing my feelings. Once they get confidence, they listen to you, and then you can tell your plan. This is wow. If you sit and study for at least half an hour, you can do anything you want. You want to see TV, see TV. TV also restrict to half an hour. Study also restrict to half an hour. You tell that like if you see TV for half an hour, you have to study for half an hour. So this will help them like, okay, I should do it properly. I should do my work properly. Hmm. I think so. I have answered your doubts, Pankaj. My brother is addicted to internet, which is affecting his studies. Yes, I understand, sir. Even my kid is also addicted to internet. Miss, yes. So what we can do is, um, in the internet, while when they see internet, there is should be some. Whenever he touches his laptop, I'll tell I should be there. If I'm not there, please, you are not allowed to touch the laptop. So that is how we should gain confidence. And in the internet, tell them you can see anything according to your subject. What you want, you can see anything. So, but if it is I know that it is very restricted to tell them that whenever I am there, only you can see net. Whenever I'm not there, nowadays both the parents are working, and we don't have no one to look after the. No, sir. Please avoid some. You should have a parental lock for those things, because they might go in a wrong way because of this internet. There are good things also in this technology, bad things also in the technology. But once they get the bad things, it is because of friends they might lose their way. So one has to be very constantly looking on him. How they are going about, because I tell when you touch, I tell him go out and play with your friends, that's okay, but internet or laptop, I should be there when you open it. So you can tell in that way. That might help them to reduce the internet watching person. My brother is not motivated to learn anything. Shows no interest. What can I do? Mm. Mr. Noorlam Sheikh, can you tell me the age of the kid so that I can tell you what can motivate the kids? Because I have seen from 0 years to 16 years. So this will help me if you tell me the age of the child, I can definitely tell you how to motivate the kid, because they should have interest in either sports, TV, or first touch the interest which they have. Please don't, their interest will not be in studies. Please don't, parents, I'm just asking you a request. This is a kind request. Their interest will not be in studies. Their interest might be in sports, their interest might be in TV, their interest might be in computer. I have two sons and both are just opposite. One son will be outside the house, one son will be inside. Their interests are not same, it will not combine each other. So what I'm doing for the elder son, I cannot do it for my younger son. What I'm doing for my younger son, I cannot expect it from my elder son. So we should first touch their interest, and then they should have confidence on us. They should just listen to us. Once they start listening to us, we can get into our control. That is what I tell. My son remembers all the concepts and he is not fond of writing. Please help me, ma'am, to create an interest to write. Yes. Ma'am, what is the main thing is every day ask them to write just a page of handwriting. Just a page of handwriting. Ask them to write. So they'll get the speed. And once he is in pace with the everyday writing, what will happen is then start a timer for him. Within 10 minutes, you should write this page. Within 5 minutes, you should write this page. So once he's getting into it, I understand the child will be very good in orals, but he's not good in writing. When he is not interested in writing, we cannot force the kid to write. So, but what we can tell him is write only one page. Then we can give a timer for it. So once the timer is started, their interest in writing will improve until see, for example, he might not be interested to write the old question answers, but tell them, I will give you only the hard words, you just write it on it. So this will help them that, okay, mama is not forcing me to write a whole big answer, every big answer. But what you tell is, you should have interest to write on your own. So you give a topic and make him to write a big, what I tell is, I'll give a topic and tell him to write a whole page on it. So this will help them to, their creativity is also improving, and also their English knowledge is improving. The second thing is their writing skills are also improving. So all these three improves in a creative way. So you should not force it. You write this question answer. If you tell, please write this question answer, they will never write, and they'll lose interest in writing. So give them like this creativity. Once creativity is given to them, definitely they will improve. And for that also, internet person, if he is very creative in writing, you can give a passage and tell them, please write many points from this and take many points, as much as point from the internet, and write it. Once he is once he is started looking into the internet for his topic, he will forget all that other bad things. He'll not go in the bad things. He will start seeing for a good things in the internet. I think so. I have answered most of the questions. My child is in 7th standard CBSE but facing problems in maths. Need to know what I can do in this situation. Yes, I understand, sir. Most of the children don't like maths because they have not understood the concept, sir. Sir, the first thing I tell them is they should start loving maths. First, the basic itself was wrong. See, that's what I tell. I told about the word problem. I was telling you about the word problem because many students doesn't understand what we were being taught the concepts properly, but nowadays it is like they are telling to by heart. So once a child starts by hearting, they will not like they'll not start liking the chapter. Nowadays you get more worksheets, more interesting worksheets. I do that. I download the worksheets for each chapter. They get different worksheets for each topic. They get different worksheets. In each subject also they get different worksheets. So please download them and make them very interesting, because I know that it is very tough. 7th standard, the child has come, you will be telling, no, it is now time to study. The child is not spending time, but please keep the subject or studies outside. Tell them half an hour you play and come, and you enjoy yourself and come, relax yourself and come, and then we will start sitting for studies. So once they come in, ask them what they have understood in that addition. Addition means what they have understood. First, the basic concept of addition. For example, I have a child. I have a tuition child who is 3rd standard, but he doesn't know the basic of addition only. Then what happened was, I took time. So you have to take time. 2 weeks. I was only explaining about what is addition, what is the basic concept of addition, what is it. Then in another week, I was able to go for a 2-digit addition, 3-digit addition, 4-digit. Once the basic is done, I know he's not going with pace with the school. He's not with the school. You will all be thinking, what is this? I'm not going pace with the. Okay, so let us go on to the other topics. If you have more questions, you can post. If I'm not able to answer it, I'll definitely try to answer it. So what we were going through, we were telling to check the planner every day. Make the child only to check the planner every day. So this will help them to are we doing on the pace? Am I in the pace of that exam planner? Am I doing it very well? So, and which topic? Ask them which topic they are very confident in that planner. Ask them which topic they are very confident during child. First thing is, I know nowadays like many Swiggy has come. Parents both are working, and they have many junk food outside. We can please during exam time avoid junk food or outside food. Even curd rice or what, it's better what you make in the house is and healthy food. Please give them that one juice or anything which is very healthy for them. Otherwise, if there is a stomach upset or because upset on that outside food, it will affect their health. So which will automatically affect their exam studies. So we should not be a reason for that. So please avoid outside foods during exam time, and make it as a weekly or monthly, ma'am. I understand that now it is like we have Swiggy, ma'am, but why we are not? Please see, when you cook or when you do something for the kid from your way, even if you give only bread jam, if it comes from your hand, definitely a link will come between you and a child. So parents link should come first, the confidence should come. As I told you, the confidence should come first. They should understand you. Don't only think they should only talk about school. Please ask them about their friend circle, about each and everything. Please ask what is their other than studies. They should not think, okay, mama talks only with me about studies. That is not the thing. Please talk about other circles, like instead of TV. I understand like nowadays TV is more, mobile is more. Stop using mobile or TV in front of kids, or lock the door and tell it is as a official issue, and then do that. Because once you start using it, you will not believe my child is asking me, you are using WhatsApp and you are seeing in the mobile for 1 hour, why can't I see? We don't have any words for it. So now I started avoiding in front of my kids. So that is the way which, see, first we have to show them that we are following it. Once they get a confidence that we are following it, definitely they'll go on pace, and they should treat you as a friend, not as a mother. So once you become a friend to them, they will share with you each and everything. If they think you as a mother, they tell that mother always will tell like that, father they'll always shout at me for not getting marks. So once they have that feeling is in them, and it has come not because of your activities. Definitely I'll tell you, it has not come because of your activities. It has come because of the friend circle. They listen to their friends more than us. So that is how please create a bond between parent. There should be a bond. There should not be a bridge between parent and a child, because now there is a bridge between parent and a child. Now the internet, or the TV, mobile has come into the bridge. So the child has become close to the bridge, close to the what is that, mobile internet. Why? Because we are getting away from them. We are not being close to them. Once we are getting close to them, you avoid. I understand we cannot without WhatsApp. I can also not stay, or without TV or mobile, I cannot also not stay. But avoid seeing in front of the kids. They are with us only for sorry, they are with us, they're coming only in the evening. They're not coming in the from the morning. Or you are going to be in the office also from the morning. You can see laptop or you can see WhatsApp during that time. But when come into the evening, you just avoid it. Give a family time for the kids also. So the ones you give a family time, definitely they'll come into pace with you. They'll have a bond with you. They will. This will become away. The internet or the TV, everything will become away once you have become close to them. That's how we can do it. One more question has popped up. My daughter is able to remember everything only after writing the concept chapter wise. We need to know what kind of other methods I can use to teacher which will consume less time. Yes, it's a very good habit, ma'am. Hats off to your child that your child is writing. Please praise the child, and I give you a salute to the child. Also, that the child is writing the concept fully, and then she is able to remember. But what are the other ways is the main nowadays you get questions, small questions, or create questions on that chapter and give them, so that it will help them to understand the chapter very easily also, because nowadays less time is also there. They start a topic and then they give a test immediately, so you will not have particular time, you cannot ask time for it. So make the chapter very less, like asking small questions, one line answers, so they will understand the chapter very easily. Make it a simple question, like one line question. They should but on the topic make 10 different questions, so this will make them to understand the chapter easily. Not, they need not write the whole chapter. Don't make the child to write the whole chapter and then understand it. Make it simple, ma'am. Like when the child has come to writing more, so make it simple, like giving a one word, one question. Make the chapter into 10 questions, so this will help the child to read it faster. So, and they will come back to the pace very faster. That's how we can make that chapter into a question, small questions. So this will help them to make the child to come back to writing very easily, and they can learn the concept easily also. Mm, and please tell the kid, see, if you have studied 80 percentage, for example, for maths, the child has prepared. Tomorrow is the exam, and the child tells only I have prepared 80 percentage. Now the 20 percentage have to sit and prepare. Don't force the child, please. Make him very happy. Make it very peace. Okay, you have studied that 80 percentage. Be confident in that 80 percentage. And what they have to 80 percentage, finish up that again. Tell them to only revise the previous day. Please don't insert a new concept. If you insert a new concept, the child will not remember anything, and he will lose the things which he has learnt also before. So please don't introduce any new concept, any new. If the child has what he didn't like this, he didn't like the chapter and he avoided it, after the exam please sit with the child, or and make the chapter interesting for him, like giving more questions on it. But during exam time, this will also create nervousness in the kid. So please, for avoiding this nervousness, what you have to do is, um, whatever he has learned, only ask him to revise before the exam. For example, whatever he has planned and he has done it, he has done his duty, but still he is very not confident in one or two chapters. Ask them to again, whatever he knows, let him just revise and be peaceful for the exam. And before the exam, don't ask him to learn till 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock and make him to get up at 4 o'clock. He'll be very sleepy in the exam and he will not write properly in the exam. So during the exam, what he has to do is study till only 11 o'clock, make him to sleep. He has to have that 8 hours of sleep. Wake him up at 5:30 or 6 and make him ready for, and tell him to just go through that, take the notebook and only just go through the previous what he has written. So this will help him to be not nervous. This will help him to reduce his nervousness, and this will improve his confidence in writing the exam. Yes, practice old papers. I've already told you, see, we have to practice old papers. Ma'am, we don't have old papers, and this is the first term. You can tell it. Now in the net, for each chapter wise, you get papers, you get topics. For each topic, you get different questions. So please download it. If you're not able to prepare questions, you can just download and give it to the kid. So once this will give them more confidence on to write the exam. Yeah, one more question has popped up. My daughter is good in studies, but very much lazy to do any type of study. I understand, ma'am. They're not lazy. They don't want to come home and study again. Because they have done all that 8 hours or 6 hours. They are doing it in school is only study, study, study. And nowadays they have less time for playing. PT period they'll have only when we had it at least weekly twice or thrice. Nowadays they are making it as once, or some schools they don't have it also. So I understand that is becoming, a very big task for them. 6 hours I have studied. Even in house also mother is asking me to study. uh, what you have to just tell the kid is, uh, daughter, is just go relax and play, but please, play is going outside and playing, or um, not looking into TV. I understand that TV gives them the peace of mind, but TV stops their creativity. Mobile stops their creativity. So to stop, we should tell them we improve the creativity. Tell her if she's interested in drawing, give her drawing. Tell her a topic. You can tell the topic and tell them to draw. So once the child is doing what child is interested in, what the creativity is coming out, they stop TV or mobile. That is the better way. And only give half an hour or 45. 1 hour is enough for them every day to study. See, out of if they come back at home at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 1 hour is enough for them to revise everything and they have to come back. But other 4 hours or 5 hours, tell them 2 hours outside to play, and another 1 hour to sit, get a time with them to sit and talk, and 1 hour for studies. This will help them to feel interested to come home. Some kids will feel bad to come home. Always, when coming home inside only, you should, now go back and study. Please do your homework fast. Then we have to go here. We have to go do this. Please don't give the schedule. Let them plan their own schedule, what they want to do. This will make the topic very interesting for them. So if they have created their own schedule, this will help them to follow the schedule also. This will help them to plan the schedule also. I think so I have answered your question. So let me move on. Nowadays, worksheets are, we were talking about the worksheets. So nowadays, the worksheets are in a printable mode, or it can be done online. If the child is very happy to do not printable mode, I think so printable is very good, because they will have practice in writing. Once they do it online, they have that interest, but they get the interest in writing is coming down. So I feel that I understand online, make it a weekly once or twice, but the worksheets for writing is better than doing it online. Uh, Please download the worksheets. This will help them to um, come in pace with the test schedules. They are doing the topic which it is, you what you're doing in a way is you're making the topic more interesting for the kids. So this will help them. Okay, they are. It is not like they are preparing for the exam. It is just making the topic more interesting for them. And make it at least 10 or 15 minutes to do that interesting. Now, because now laptop or TV is become more, it is one which every day they have to do that. It is like they have made it as a schedule that they have to do that. Please give that for them at least 10 minutes, so that and if it is like this, if it is very worthwhile, if they do the 10 minutes only the questions of max, or if they do 10 minutes quiz questions, that is more interesting for them. So I know, but please give them the 10 minutes what they like. Otherwise they will lose interest on you. That bond with you will not come. So at least 10 to 15 minutes, please give them what they like. For example, a mobile, because see, uh, you may not be giving mobile. You'll be telling that it is affecting the eyes. But some other kid will be having that mobile, and they would be given for 1 hour or 2 hours. And what will happen is, uh, my mother only is not giving, but my friend's mother gives him 1 hour or 2 hours. So mother is more affection to him, not my mother is not affection to me. That will be the bond which would be affected. So give him the 10 minutes time, or 10 minutes, sit with him and check what he's done also. Please ask them to do it in your account or Google account, which will help you to monitor. You should monitor. As a parent, I'll be monitoring till I monitor my elder one. But what I tell him is, whatever I give my phone to him, you do whatever you want to do in WhatsApp, or what you want to chat with your friends, you chat. I will not come in your way, but you do it in my account. So when you do it in our account, definitely they'll have a control, and they will not deviate from their way. So this will help them to be more focused on the studies. I would like to tell you the basic tips to be focused on the subjects. First, ask them to drink plenty of water. I now understand, because now I'm staying in Bangalore, so the Bangalore weather is very cold, and I drink less water. But we have to just make them to drink a lot of water. If your child is not drinking much water, make fresh juice, like musambi, to give more and more of water to give them energy, so that they will be stay fit for writing the exam, because the child has to stay fit for writing the exam. Nowadays I see, as when I was a teacher, when I was teaching, I see many kids falling sick during exam times, because we are not following the same thing. That is what, we are not following healthy foods, or we are not following the measures of giving plenty of water. Those tips we are not following it. We are doing the same way, like taking them out, taking them give. I know we have to give them ice cream. Please make it a once a week or once in a month, which will help them to be in pace with the exam. And they have to take regular breaks. Don't make them to study. A child cannot, till a fourth standard or fifth standard, till the third, fourth, fifth kids cannot concentrate for more than 45 minutes. So they cannot concentrate more than half an hour. So after half an hour, let them have a break. But break means not TV or mobile or anything. Let them have a chat with you, or let them go for a walk. They can go for a walk, or they can have a play. Nowadays TT is there, so let them have those kind of other outside source than TV or mobile. So this will avoid mobile, TV, and all. Pay attention to the things which distract their studies. Like TV is one of the thing. uh, in TV also makes it like a 10 minutes you can watch useful things like National Geographic channel, news channel, to know about the latest things. So make it very compact for them, so that it will help them to be focused on the studies. And yeah, and which will stay in their mind is the visually what they see, or see which why TV is getting, or cinema now, the theater now, there is more and more movies coming up, because when they see it visually, it stays on their mind. So the more they see visually, it stays on their mind. So make the topic visual for them. So I understand it is more homework for the I am giving more homework for the parents, not to the child, because the bond will be there once you make homework for the kids. So this will help the kids to be focused on the studies. Group study, ask them to make a group study, but that should not deviate their from the group, because the one child will degrade them, like, no need to study now. Why are you studying for the first term exam? If you study in the final exam, that's enough. So these kind of uh, obstacles or deviations will be there. So better make them to avoid group study, and if there is a group study, please be have a control on them. So once you have a control, definitely you can make it up. Yes, and before sleep, ask them to revise the topic which they have learned whole day or whole, till evening they were planning and they were reading. Just before the sleep, ask them to revise the topic which they have learned. Don't give a new topic uh, during sleep time because they'll be feeling bored to read. So give a topic on, ask them to only revise the topic which they have learned, or make them to learn the as I told you, the interesting topic which they feel, or interesting subject which they feel very interesting. They love to do it. How much ever time you give, they will love to do it. So give them those kind of thing before sleep. It will help them to be in their mind, and during morning it will be fresh in their mind. For any more queries, please contact Gayatri. I'm a Genext mentor. Thank you. Thank you.